I don't know if you can see my cat right there, my cat Luna. She always turns on the air conditioner, and sometimes I'll be in here. Luna, get down. Thank you. Here, now that she's here, this is my cat Luna. She's not happy. There's like a bunch of lights. She's my oldest cat. What's wrong? What's wrong? She is an old lady. What? Okay. I love my cats. I have 3 cats, for those of you who don't know. What an introduction. I was like, how am I gonna start off the video? Because I still don't know how to start off videos or say like bye or like outro out. I think my cat is like a really good way. I have 3 cats and I have 1 dog, and I used to have guinea pigs until they died. That was a while ago, but it still like hurts because I had my guinea pigs for so long. Fostered some cats for a little bit too, like kittens and older cats too. But then like I had a batch that got ringworm, and it was like so scary to deal with my cats getting ringworm and then like the cats that I was taking care of, and it just ended up being this whole mess. And then I got ringworm, and it was just like I need you guys to know how much I love animals. Like I got a cat tattoo before I had a cat. Like I was like, you know what? Pusheen dressed up as a ghost for Halloween. Love it. And I literally was vegan for 5 years. I'm not vegan anymore. And sorry, I will get to the makeup part, but I need you guys to know this because you saw my cat Luna and I love her so much. And I was vegan for 5 years, and then like I'm not anymore, obviously. Not that you guys would know that, but maybe like you guys seeing me drink my drinks would be like an indicator that I'm not vegan anymore. But yes, and then so I love them so much, and like just the thought of anything with animals can make me cry. Like I'm a sucker for animals. Also, my cats are bilingual. You see her? She's old now. I've had Luna for at least 8 or 9 years. And she was at least a year old when I got her from the shelter. I get my animals from the shelter. Except for Wormy. Wormy was like a street cat. You want to get down? You want to get down? Okay. Let's get started with the makeup because I have been away for a little bit. I'm really tired. I don't know if anyone else has been going through it. I feel so exhausted. I even like catching my breath. I'm like, what's going on? And I do my steps, guys. I don't want you to think that I like don't work out. I do my steps. I know I'm like, you know, like I'm drinking my coffee and stuff, but I at least try to do 10K steps every single day, and I feel like that's not even enough anymore. I'm like, but I try to keep my body moving for mobility issues because I know like the older that you get, it's gonna be harder. Like some people can't even like move their whole arms or whatever. Me compose. I don't know what's going on with me today. It is 10:40 in the morning right now. My water and my electricity was supposed to be shut off because they're supposed to be doing repairs. And I have been waiting to do makeup because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to do makeup because they have been like gaslighting me the whole week that they're gonna do it, not gonna do it, gonna do it. And then like I'm like, okay, well I can't film videos if we're not gonna have electricity because how am I gonna do lights? And so then I was like, you know, they haven't turned off everything yet because they're doing repairs in the apartment. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna film a video, and if it turns off, then it turns off, but let me not waste the time anymore. So I am back. that is literally why I have been like not here. But I found this artist on TikTok, and they do like face charts. I don't know if you can see, it's like zooming in on my face here. Ooh, who commented? Whoop. So this artist, they do like face charts on TikTok, and I was like, oh, I love the design. So I'm gonna see if I can do this today, or if not, maybe something like, she has a bunch of good looks on her TikTok. So I'm gonna see which one I feel like I can do today, because I'm still concerned that they might turn off the power or water. And one of my fears is like somebody knocking and I have like a full face of makeup. And I know it's like not an actual like big fear to have to deal with, but it is also like an uncomfortable thing. So I'm gonna look at one of the designs. I'm eager to do the blue one because I feel like it would go with my hair with the blue eyeshadow and like the creepy smile face, and it would also like challenge me to be able to do like cool designs. So let's try to do this right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover my eyebrows first. It's been a while, truthfully, since I've covered my eyebrows with glue. I usually use Pros-Aid, or I use eyelash glue, ironically enough. I know sometimes I can scare people when I tell them that I use eyelash glue, but it's meant for the hairs. Like, it's meant to be able to get close to the hairs of your eyelashes. So I was like, wait, why can't I use it on my eyebrows? And it used to work phenomenally, though I do think that they have changed this formula. Don't quote me on that, I might be wrong. But the consistency of the old Duo lash glue, sorry, it fell, used to be a lot more, I don't know, it's like more, something about it is different to me. It's like more goopy than it used to be. I don't feel like using them right now. I'm gonna try out some regular glue sticks since it's been a while and see how that works out, since the brows on the face chart seem to be a little bit lifted up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So I have on at least 2 layers of the glue right now. I might do another layer or at least 2 more because my hair is a little darker and it is thicker. So obviously it depends on your hair type how many layers you decide to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 or 2 more. Also, my hands are blue because I dyed my hair and I don't have any gloves, and I feel like my hands being the color blue are like the least of my concerns. I don't know if you guys can also tell, I am pretty exhausted. It has been a long week with like the inconsistency of the power being off. Like I said, I'm waiting any minute for them to shut anything off for the work that they have to do, and I feel like I'm just all over the place recently. I hope everybody's having a much easier and smoother time this October season. I feel like I'm crashing out like every other day, and by crashing out I just mean like I'm watching Interview with the Vampire and just trying to relax. It is so good. Is anybody else watching Interview with the Vampire? So referencing the picture again, you can see that the smile line kind of goes under here, so I'm gonna avoid doing this part for a minute. I'm gonna do like my base first because the face is white. I don't think you have to do white. I'm just gonna do white because it looks clowny to me. I'm gonna avoid down this area right here. So I'm using the Athena face palette. I'm gonna go ahead and obviously grab the white, and I mix it in with a little bit of primer so I have a little bit more of a creamy consistency and it goes on a little bit smoother. You can go ahead and use any kind of primer you want. The only primer I would avoid using is like a pore filler primer because it might make it actually thicker opposed to making it a lot smoother. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my face now. So whenever I do any face painting, I get a bit of a dense brush like this. This one's kind of falling apart, but anything that's really packed in like there, like as a brush, so that I can pat in the foundation opposed to like swiping it on, because that's how you'll get the best coverage with these cream colored base foundations or paints. Whereas like if you swipe it, yeah, you might have like a good like coverage, but compared to tapping it in, it's a lot smoother. It goes on easier. Honestly, I find it to be less time consuming to do this, ironically, than having to do this, because this feels like, and it's also pulling on the skin. It's not good for your skin overall. So go ahead and tap it in. Like I said, I'm gonna avoid the bottom area here, but yeah, just like you would any foundation. This is how I put on my foundation too. I don't swipe because I don't get the best coverage that way. Let's see how it's going with the brows. Okay, that's not bad. I look like Cubone right now from Pokemon. That could also be a look. So I had a wonderful question asked by a commenter on my first official video, which I wasn't expecting to get any views at all, or even a comment nonetheless. So if you are that commenter and you happen to see this video and you came back for another video, I appreciate you so much. And thank you for asking a question. I know it might seem like so insignificant to some people, but it is. I'm really putting myself out there doing these videos, especially because I'm so tired all the time with like my kids and everything. So I appreciate, even a like is like super, super awesome. So thank you. Now I'm going in. Also, now I'm going in with my sponge to even everything out in terms of the texture, so it's nice and smooth as a base. But to answer the commenter's question, honestly, one of the things that inspires me the most during Halloween season is seeing other people do art, because I can end up being a little bit complacent and not do anything because I'm like, oh, like there's enough stuff going around. But then I see people doing the work, right? I can think that, but then once I see them putting out the work, I'm like, oh, I can do that. Like, why am I not doing that? That looks so fun to do. And it's like, sometimes, I don't know if anyone has this issue, I tend to psych myself out of doing things because I'm like, I don't know, I'm like, oh, well, there's other people doing it. Oh, well, it's already done. Like, what's the point of me doing it? Basically close that door for myself before I even open it. I don't know if anyone else has that issue. It might just be a me issue, but I highly doubt that, since artists tend to be their biggest like critics, like themselves. So I'm sure it's not just me, but it is an issue that I have. So when I see other artists go ahead and do the work and put themselves out there, I'm like, okay, I can do that. I can do that too. Like, there's no reason why I shouldn't be. My biggest things now is when I do my makeup and my kids come home from school and they still haven't taken it off. They think it's so fun to see me in my makeup. Or lighting that flame again where I see my kids get excited, or they put on the masks that I make or whatever I do. Also, I'm only doing the, around the outline where I would do the smile. So I'm looking for that nice like turquoise blue, and I have my blue right here, or any of these like two combinations. I'm gonna start off with this on the base based off the picture. So mind you, I didn't set the foundation yet. I want to be able to come back and do any corrections once I'm putting down this eyeshadow. I'm gonna bring up the eyeshadow just a little bit high based off this picture. Maybe to where right here my actual brow is. I'm also gonna bring the shadow right here above like where my brow is based off the picture because of the arch that it has. So I'm gonna go ahead and stipple it on right here and then bring it out and blend it into the cream white base. That way it's a little bit more of a natural fade. It's also giving Rocky Horror. Do you guys like Rocky Horror? It's the 50th anniversary this year, and I have my purse right up there. I don't think you can see it, but I love Rocky Horror Picture Show so much. It literally changed into who I am. I literally have Don't Dream It Be It engraved on my high school ring, and I didn't want a high school ring until I was like, oh, you can engrave it. I want this on my high school ring. Really, that movie shaped me, and I loved it so much. And my sister was really into Glee. I'd introduced her to the movie, you know, and like she saw it. She was like, oh my god, there's a Glee episode on it. And every time, you know, I mentioned Rocky Horror, Glee also comes up to mind because of my sister. My sister, while I was showing her or like trying to show her movies like Nightmare on Elm Street and Hellraiser and Rocky Horror Picture Show, she was like, okay, we need to watch the Glee version though, or we need to watch. So I am also very like well versed on stuff like that because of my sister, or like the 100 show and stuff. She's more like that. She's like, have you watched Yellow Jackets yet? Like, she'll just tell me shows. I'm like, I haven't seen that yet, but I will get to watching it. It's like the more yesified version, or like the more fun version of the things that I watch, I'd like to say. So now I'm gonna get the shade next to that turquoisey color right here, the teal color more, and then get this darker shade and then go ahead and put that on the outer corner of my eyes and then blend it up. I'm gonna go ahead and tap that into the corner of my eye and then bring it up and fluff it out around the corner of my brow as well. But yeah, Rocky Horror was such a pinnacle moment for me growing up. I was so enthralled by Tim Curry, Richard O'Brien, just the music. I always wanted to be Columbia, but deep down I knew I would always be a magenta. I don't remember how I found out about Rocky Horror Picture Show. I used to grow up watching like documentaries on AMC, and like, I don't know if you guys ever saw like Bravo's 100 Scariest Movie Moments, or literally as a little girl wait out for those segments to come on, because you know, cable TV and stuff was different. We didn't have YouTube the same way that we have YouTube now, and I would literally just make a list of all those movies. It's like, okay, I have to watch Jaws, I have to watch Audition, I have to watch this movie, I have to watch this movie. I don't think Rocky Horror was on there, but I'm gonna assume that I found the movie based off of watching stuff like that, or like a video led me to something else. And then once I did grow up, more delved into YouTube and stuff like that, then I started finding even more like culty, more obscure horror movies and shows. It was just like a one domino effect after another. So I'm sure I found it some way like that. That's like one of my favorite memories of like growing up, is just sitting in my room or my mom's room and looking at movies, making lists of movies. I also used to have Time Warner Cable and like Movies on Demand. I don't think Rocky Horror was on there for sure, but I would watch movies like Disturbia. Mr. Bean's Holiday was like one movie that I would consistently play as a kid. I would also always watch like Little Miss Sunshine, and those movies, like I don't think you guys quite understand. I know this is like only my third video on here, but how much movies have like made such an impact on me. Also, how's this eyeshadow looking? I'm literally just tapping it in because I want like the truest pigment, but I'm gonna blend that out to look more feathered out, because right now it's looking extra clowny. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with like a true navy dark blue. I don't know if you can see on the pigment right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the corner here and fluff it out more so it doesn't give Captain Spaulding, guys. Okay, so I did this eye, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I did on this eye. So before I went in with the blue pigment, I kind of shaped the crease right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now with a water-based paint and shape it right here as well. It's literally just right under my brow, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that curvature. Don't worry about perfection, just worry about doing it. Oh, I'm gonna go in with the blue. Okay, so I can go ahead and use this blue right here, this true blue right here, or this like darker navy blue, but I also have this palette. I don't know if it's still like that you can purchase it. It is City Limits. It's a little bit of an old palette, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this blue as well and do a mixture between them of that like crease color. So I'm going in with a little bit of a precise brush and then going in around that water line that I did and patting in the shadow just to really get that high pigment right there. That way I can blend it out after. Let me go ahead and blend this out. Oh my god, you know what the eyeshadows are also giving? I don't know if it's not the face charts person's fault or anything. I think it's just it being on me. I was like, wait, why is it giving? Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and set around my eye because there is yellow around the shadow in the face chart, and I don't want it to blend into too much of a green shade because it is like a true yellow. So just around my eyes right here so that I can smooth it out a lot more efficiently than having to have the blue blend in with the yellow and then make green, because that's how color theory works. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and then I'm just gonna do the outline first and then boop, 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 beep, boop. Copyrighted. If I cut the video where you don't see me doing the process as much, please forgive me. Like I have mentioned in my other video, my SD card does not hold that much memory, and I am at the mercy of my card and then still trying to record everything while yapping at you guys. So if it is automatically just done, that is why. Okay, so I'm done with the brows. I don't know what they looked like when I left and now I came back, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little bit of a stark difference. So now I'm going in with the yellow shade, and I'm going to go ahead and grab this from my NYX palette and gonna do that over the blue. So I feel like having the translucent powder as a barrier between the blue really helped not mix it into a green. So I'm really gonna go ahead and bring this down. I'm looking at myself through the viewfinder so I can have you guys really look at what I'm doing. Really bring it down because there is a design, like a little triangle shape under the eye, and we want it to look super, super dramatic. I mean, we already got the top going on, might as well go all out, okay? Now I'm gonna grab some orange and go ahead and smudge it under. Smudge down here. Okay, that's like pretty orange to me. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab some yellow and then do the blend right under the orange as well. Looking at my viewfinder, excuse me. I'm using an old Sugar Pill palette. Please don't use old palettes and don't do anything that I'm doing in terms of using old stuff. I really love the pigmentation on this palette. I do have my NYX palette as well, but the colors on this old Sugar Pill palette, if anyone's old enough and ancient like me that remembers Sugar Pill from like old school times, you'll recognize that palette. They don't have that palette anymore, but the color payoff is so pretty. Mind you, I'm using it really loosely. The orange is also from that same palette. It is intense and I love them. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose now. The person that made the face chart had it pretty narrowed down, coming into like a little triangle shape because of the red button nose that they have. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. And then they have it faded out into like a red here and then continuing down into the yellow. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap that blending in and then get this part nice and into that triangle shape right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and work on the red button nose. It looks like there's a little bit of a fade transition up here into this little point that I have, but I'm gonna go ahead and pinpoint the color right here. And then let me show you the image one more time. You see how it's like really bright down here and then it fades up here into that nice shadow. Whoever made this was really like creative. I love all the colors and the fading and then the ombre look with the whole chart. It looks really pretty. I'm just following the shape of my nose. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out this little triangle piece, but I'm just setting it there so that I can have it fade out and blend it into the orange a little bit more. And I am gonna make the red a little bit darker because I don't like how like pinky red it is. So far I'm just finding the shape of my natural nose and then blending it upward. I'm using a clean brush to blend it out so it's a little bit less harsh around the edges. And then I'm gonna go in with a Sugar Pill red and then make it more of a true red. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like right now. Yeah, that's better. You see how that looks a little bit more of like a blood red even, or more just nose clown red. Just giving it that illusion, add a little white. There's also an outline around the nose in a like marker mode like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up on this side as well. So here comes the hard part, is the mouth. Before I get to the nitty-gritty details of everything else, is doing the actual mouth shape that's on the face chart. I'm gonna go ahead and focus on the outer points right here around the cheek first, and then focus on the inner parts because I know it's gonna take some time to draw it out and stuff. So focus on the cheeks and then go inward. I'm going to go ahead and work on the lips. It looks like they're a little high up, and I'm going to connect them down here. Mind you, if I'm quiet, it's because I'm focused on this. I might even speed up this part of the video just so I can make sure I get this part down correctly, because the mouth pinnacle part to the look, so I might do this as a time lapse. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is clean it up from here and then connect the lines down into a smile up here at the corner, and then maybe this far, and then curve, do a creepy smile, same thing here, curve, creepy smile, and then curve back, fill it up as if it's gonna be the lip. So now what I'm gonna do is blend out the red for the bottom lip and then the top lip with the cream based paint, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it up here so that you guys have a visual since I already did it on the bottom. Blend it into the black water color and then fade it out. So I added the pigmentation on the lips. So now what I'm going to do also is grab some yellow, and I know the teeth are not perfect, but just so I can save myself some time and not be nitpicky when I'm doing the actual detailing on the teeth, is go ahead and add the yellow to it now and do like the ombre effect of how like it's like a dirty brown to like a yellow like this. I will show you. Just because the cream is already there, and it'll be a lot easier to shape around the already shadowed tooth than shape it and then shadow it and then have to clean it up again. Get messy now so that it's easier to clean up rather than make it clean to make it a little messy in case you have any fallout and then have to clean it up again. It's just doubling your work. Have the pigmentation on my teeth. I'm gonna go ahead and grab like a gray or dark or like cool tone and shadow it at the very top and then bring it down. Start at the top, bring down. There you go. Now here comes the hard part, is outlining all of it. I don't think I'll be able to show you everything because I'm also running out of space now. I will show you as much as I can. And then shaping the tooth, carved out. There you go. Just like that. Basically what I'm doing is just going at a curvature right here at the next tooth starting out and then shaping it like that, curving out, and then there's the tooth, curving out, and then there's the tooth. So I believe I finished with the lips. I'm gonna go ahead and do the blue shadow under the lips right here. I'm actually going in with the Athena palette around the lips. That way it's a lot easier to do than just shadowing it all around. She looks good. From like where we first started, humble beginnings, it's taken me a while. It's already 1:40. I don't know what time I said it was earlier. I just don't have contacts, so I feel like it's not gonna look like complete, but we do with what we can. I'm gonna go ahead and add some smokiness right here around the cheeks. Kind of tap it in as well, get it a little messy. In this corner, add some red and fluff it out, and then right here as well, the corner. It's okay to be a little messy here. Doing my top liner as well. Really bloody. I'm gonna go ahead and splatter it around the eyes. I'm gonna close my eyes. So if I'm like shooting everywhere, my bad. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm using a bright red. Focus around the eyes. The lip had some as well. Around the eyes, under the eyes. Now I'm going to grab some pretty wild lashes. I feel like I could get some bigger ones, but I like the way that these look. Hopefully they come out really, really pronounced with the makeup because the makeup is so heavy. Let's apply them on together. I'm going to lift it up. I'm also going to apply some falsies under my eyes so I can really have that pronounced look for the makeup. Like this. And then apply. Hold on. I think I'm pretty much done with the makeup. I'm gonna go do my hair and then maybe put something on that's a little bit more with the look, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm done. I don't really have like a lot of clown outfits. This is like the closest thing that I have, but I kept the pins in because I think they're cute for like the eyeballs. Let me know what you guys think. I remember I got this look off that face chart. Let me go ahead and show it to you guys again. I believe artists should get, I will post it up here just so it's like a better view. Should get their credit where credit is due, and I love the way that this looks. It looks so cute and scary and fun. Look, it looks good. Like, look, like if you have the contacts in, like if you do this, it'll, gotcha, you gotcha. So the original one has like white out. I feel like that would look really cool, though I don't have any, but you know, the look is still there. Okay, she could be cute, she could be scary, whatever you're going for. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry, I'm really happy with it. My kids are gonna be home in like less than, what time is it? Oh my god. 222. Oh, angel numbers. Okay, so my kids are gonna be home in like less than 20 minutes, so I'm done. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I'm really bad at outros. If there's anything that you think that I could work on in terms of like showing you guys what to do or explaining stuff better, I feel like it was pretty self-explanatory, but I won't know until I really edit this video. So let me know what you guys think. Any tips, tricks, suggestions that you guys want from me, that you're looking for, and if you're coming back or if you are subscribed to me, thank you so much. And like if you leave a comment, just know that I really appreciate any like type of interaction, because like I said, it takes a lot of time for me to do this, and not that I think I'm like owed anything for sure, because I'm having fun doing it also, but like I really appreciate the interactions because I'm like, oh, people are watching, and that's really awesome. So thank you again, and I appreciate you all, whoever watches this video, even if it's like one of you, even if it's one person, thank you. And I hope you have a really good day, and let me know if you guys have any other suggestions for like looks. I'm gonna go based off the face chart though, because it's a little easier for me due to like my time consuming stuff. But yeah, okay, I don't know how to do outros. I don't have my cats, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say bye. Bye!